that Australia says to access the internet, citizens are going to have to
You gotta use ID or some shit.
use an ID so they know it's you, and you have to give the police access to your social media in order to use social media.
I'll be done. That'll be the end of times for me.
So
I'll be done. I'm done with the internet. I'm done with everything. I'm going back to the 90s. You gotta get a police. What, nigga? You need access to this? Nigga, I'm done. I have no social, nothing. Nigga.
to your social media to access the internet. Man, it's High Power Fridays. What we got out here? It's a lot going on in the world. It's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. I seen, where was that? Australia says to access the internet, citizens are going to have to
You gotta use ID or some shit.
use an ID so they know it's you, and you have to give the police access to your social media in order to use social media.
I'll be done. That'll be the end of times for me.
So
I'll be done. I'm done with the internet. I'm done with everything. I'm going back to the 90s. You gotta get a police. What, nigga? You need access to this? Nigga, I'm done. I have no social, nothing. Nigga, so
nigga going off the grid.
Yeah, y'all gonna find me. Y'all
I'm just saying, think about how wild that is. If you want to get on Wi-Fi to watch a YouTube video, you have to present your ID so they can say, okay, this was Cali the one.
Yeah,
he was the one that looked this up.
They probably FaceTiming you. Yeah.
He was the one that looked this up. All your DMs, like any type of personal family photo, like anything, the police now have 100% access to. This is not being talked about enough because the way they do it, they start small and then it expands.
Exactly.
And then it becomes the norm.
They're the test
So if
tubes.
Australia does not fight this tooth and nail, mark my words, within the next 3 to 5 years, you're gonna see this expand into other places, and eventually it's gonna come here and it's gonna affect us in America. So y'all need to pay attention to what's going on around you. They keep talking about this one world government. Y'all keep thinking this shit a joke. Oh, conspiracy theory, and y'all crazy, tinfoil hats. Well, you dumb motherfuckers better start investing in some tinfoil, because every conspiracy I'd have ever seen that came true. Go look at that Illuminati card game. We in 2024. Look from right now to when that game was created. Everything in that fucking game has come to life. Everything. 9/11 was in that game. Decades before 9/11 happened. The pandemic was in that game. Decades before this shit happened. Like, I'm talking about the jab is in that game. Decades before it happened. I think that shit came out in the 80s. So, I mean, is it a coincidence? One time, maybe. 2 times, 3 times, 4 to 5. Like, come on, when does this stop being a coincidence and going, whoa, we got something really going on here. Behold a Pale Horse. That's a good book. That's a good book to start at, to get your tinfoil hat on. Matter of fact, I'm finna start that, man. Tinfoil hat game.
Robert Ike, The Truth Will Set You Free. That's a good book. Cause look him up. That might be one of the same niggas, and he all over YouTube. I think they end up killing that nigga, but go look him up.
Yeah, dude that wrote Behold a Pale Horse. They actually tried to assassinate him like 2 or 3 times and failed before they finally got him. But he basically, again, everything that's going on now, they've been planning. This is why I get so frustrated with Ruckus, because he'll say some shit like, oh man, that was 5 years ago. How can they plan that out? And Messiah actually pointed that out. Like, nigga, you think they can't plan out 5 years in advance or something? Go look. What I'm saying, this ain't no cap. Like, you ever seen that game? Or have you ever read that book?
No, I've never read that book.
Behold a Pale Horse, man. I got it too. I'm gonna let you read that motherfucker. I'm telling you, like, this shit's gonna trip you out, bro. I think I was 18 the first time I read it. And that's when it really started to, my third eye just bam. Like, I always was anti-government. But I never really had like facts or like something to really research off of. And once I read that book, man, the whole shit just unlocked. That's like taking the fucking red pill in the Matrix.
That's kind of how Zeke Guys did me. I don't know if y'all seen that, but that fucked me up.
Which movie?
Zeke Guys. It just details
Zeitgeist,
or Zeitgeist. It details religion and 9/11 and some whole other shit. I wonder though what is going to take place when Australia does this, and then you got to think about hackers, right? Like, I know y'all just saw that too. Supposedly over 2 billion people's social security numbers got exposed in America, and then they were saying that if you want to see if your social security number got exposed, go to this website and type your social in. It's like, come on, I'm not gonna type my social in.
That's how they got it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna type my social in to see if my social got exposed.
That's how they getting it.
That's crazy.
I heard somebody already expanded a lawsuit on it or whatever. And there's a lot of people trying to get their bread. So y'all looking at that and let me know if we can get some money out of that shit. Cause you know what I mean? I know they got some people's socials.
Information, that is where, you know, people have talked about it for a long time, but information is going to be the number one thing that I think that people are selling information. I think, you know, apps like Instagram and TikTok, whatever you sign up for, whatever those terms and conditions are, some of it is your information.
See,
sold.
but with the social shit, right? It's like, it ain't like you had a way to create your own social and keep it to the grave. They gave you your fucking social.
Yeah.
So they already got all your information anyway. So that shit is weird. Now, if other people got it, yeah, that's different. But
And what's wild is our country's not really a country, it's a corporation. So when you get a social security number, you're property of the corporation
Damn
now.
near stock. Yeah.
you supposed to
You
get
know what
money
I'm
out that
saying?
motherfucker, really.
Well, you know, them niggas be capping about,
Yeah.
but I think they have like a trust on you where you're worth X amount of dollars. This is why when I be thinking the police be smoking these niggas, they like, man, we need to cash some of these niggas in. You feel me? We need to get some bread. But that's a whole nother rabbit hole to go down. But y'all got to really wake up, man, because every day I look up, we losing more and more rights. They already have a camera on every corner, every section of your house. Y'all think this smart house shit was to help your life be easier? No, this is surveillance. I now have cameras in your home, in every fucking room. You can't even buy a regular TV no more. Every TV is smart TV.
Where it's leading to is full censorship, right? Especially with the police having access to your social media, because now people are understanding that words and social media are shit, making people, you know, do some crazy shit. Or people like Tate, who just in recent years have had such a mass following that if he wanted to turn shit up with one tweet, he probably really could. So they're going to be able to really box that in and more than likely create federal crimes that put you away for a long time just for you saying something on social media. That's where the shit is going to lead to.
Did y'all hear about this shit where they finna start arresting people for even talking about it?
Yeah.
Somebody already got arrested.
You damn near
seen that in Britain
even if you
somewhere.
in a text,
Guy got arrested.
You could be just talking shit and acting like you probably don't even have no real meaning behind what you saying. And they can book your ass now, or they trying to come get people. And I think back to what the camera shit you saying, at the end of the day, they just, it's getting to a point you ain't gonna better do shit. And they want to know.
You mean on social media though? You got to clarify what you mean by talking shit.
No, I mean not just social media. I mean through a text message. I mean through anything. You having a regular conversation with somebody through a text, and they find out about your text, they can come get you for committing a crime, for preventing you to commit a crime. And you get attempted something or whatever you talking about.
That's like Minority Report.
Minority Report. I'm ahead of your mind. Niggas like, man, Minority Report, bro. They gonna start
Nigga ripped
locking
his
y'all
eyes
up
out.
for shit that they think you gonna do. Like he said, you joking with your homie. Matter of fact, somebody has said something about, it was about the Trump assassination, like a joke. And then they popped
Came
up
to her
at her
house.
crib.
Yeah.
Them people with them black suits popped up at her crib next day type shit. So you can't even joke certain ways no more. And you can't even say it in your house. Just thinking like, okay, I'm not gonna text it, we just gonna talk. Nigga, all these TVs listen. Your kids' Xbox, PlayStation, listen. Your MacBooks, listen. Your cell phones, listen. And these webcams, they can tune in and just look and see
Access
what the fuck you
everything.
doing.
How many times y'all done been on y'all phones and then you go look through the search engine and something pop up, an ad or anything about what you were just talking about? This is how you confirm a lot of that shit. But it's gonna get to a point when you buy something and they're gonna say we have consent to watch your house or do some bullshit when you purchase it. Why? They're gonna start doing a lot of bullshit.
And that's what comes with the false realities, right? Where things like Google and these social media apps are able to feed you exactly what you want. So you saying something that you might have just said, and now you see it manifest right in front of you. Meanwhile, that's not necessarily what somebody else's reality is. So it starts to create this false reality, this singular reality, where it's easier to control you because you're not able to see shit from a bird's eye view.
Listen, bro, fuck listening. These motherfuckers reading your mind. I don't care what nobody say. Because that was the
That's how we
narrative.
feeling.
That was the narrative they gave, was it can hear the certain words and it'll pull it up in your search engine. It have been times I ain't even said a word.
Shit. That's true.
I'm just thinking. Pull the phone out, the exact thought I had, that shit is there. in the search engine. So these motherfuckers is literally reading your fucking minds. But man, I'm telling you, man, this one world government, like, you're not gonna have the freedom to think in a minute. It's gonna be illegal to think. They gonna give you your motherfucking thoughts. If y'all don't wake the fuck up.
They already giving niggas their thoughts, programming the fuck out of niggas.
Nah, when you talk about that mind thing, I could go deeper into that. It's something called like spiring or something like that. Supposedly our screens on our cell phones are black like that for a reason. That's some spiritual shit supposedly, where you're able to see into the future or see yourself in another dimension, something like that. But supposedly that's why our screens are black. I don't have it all there.
You better look it up.
Yeah, look that shit up. They'll be like, you niggas don't research shit.
I'm gonna show y'all that.
Nah, that's spooky to me.
But that's why I was just saying that, because I seen something like that. So you saying, oh, if you feel like it's reading your mind.
Nah, for sure, it's reading your mind. It's gonna come out later. It's gonna come out in a few years as the technology advances.
Is it reading your mind, or is your mind so tapped in you controlling it?
Look, I'm gonna show you.
Cuz trying to be tapped in. No, this nigga crazy.
I'm just saying.
Hell no.
Man.
That shit reading your shit.